Peace and blessings. This is for Aaliyah, an answer to her question or questions that she asked. The first one being, since joining the cure, have you gotten closer to achieving your initial goals? Um, yeah. Since joining the cure, I have definitely gotten closer to achieving my initial goal, which is to, or was to be, a fitness model. Um, my goals have actually changed a whole lot in this process. Not changed, actually, have been added on to. Actually gotten bigger or greater. So, yeah, I definitely have. Let's see. Also, have you had any setbacks, and if so, how did you overcome them? I don't know if I recognize anything as a setback. I say that because everything that happens to you or me, I see it as a lesson learned, a way, something to build upon. You know, it can be the brick or the rock or the stone that trips you up, or it can be the brick, the rock, or the stone that you use to build your house with. So, I don't know. I just kind of gotten to the point where I think of things differently and see things differently. Even what could be perceived as a setback, which would be my trying to repair a relationship that I had, actually a marriage, so-called marriage. Um, Even that kind of depressed me, or made me upset for a while. I guess you could see that as a setback, but like I said, our so-called setbacks can be looked at or seen in two ways. They can either hinder you, or they can be what propels you forward. So, I don't know, my mind frame is there are no setbacks. It's all, unless you let it be a setback. If you want to make it a setback, then it's a setback. If you want to look at it and say, well, what can I learn from this, and how can this help me to build my temple, build my house, achieve my goal, I see those all one and the same. I'm always comparing stuff. So, I saw that whole situation as an opportunity to love myself and to figure out, how did I get in this situation in the first place? Why did it come to what it came to? And I've learned why I got in that situation in the first place. I've learned why it didn't work, and I removed myself from the situation. Um, so that's how I overcome my setbacks. I use them as building blocks to build the ultimate me. That's how I use them. That's how I overcome them. Let's put it like that. So, what tools or resources do you use to stay on track? I use, I don't know how to put this. I use me to stay on track. I have a vision. I know where I'm trying to go. I know what I'm trying to achieve. And that's what I keep my eyes on. That's the biggest tool I use. If you want to go by, kind of physical tools or whatever, I just keep learning about myself. I keep figuring out what triggers me to do certain things or not do certain things. For example, ultimately I want to eat for optimal health, the absolute best I can eat on this earth. I've made mistakes. I said, okay, I can go to Waffle House, which just actually happened, and I can eat just for a treat. I can eat some waffles and eggs and cheese. Oh my gosh. Basically because it was it's actually something I was doing with my ex-husband. Said I can do this and just enjoy it and it won't hurt me. Yeah, right. I was about to die after I ate that. So, I use experience as my tool. Um, I consider myself a scientist, one that studies. I study how things are going to happen, how things are going to affect me. So that when I tell someone, this is why you should not eat dairy products, or this is why you should not eat meat, or this is why you should not eat wheat, or whatever, I have a personal experience. So my resources and my tools are my own body. I hope that makes sense. Um, I use my own, I expect things to come in and trip me up. I expect failure, but I use all my failures and I change them into things that are going to ultimately cause my success. Because my ultimate goal is to be a light to others, so that what I'm saying and what I'm living can actually be something that I personally experienced. It's not something I've read from a book. It's not something I'm just telling you because it sounds good. It's something that I can say personally. This is what I've done. These are the results I've achieved, and this is the things that have happened to me. And hopefully, they'll just listen and just kind of, well, I'll just skip over that lesson, or they can go through it and come out in the end and say, hey, you were right, whatever. So, I don't know. I hope that makes sense. I'm really glad you're a part of the group. I hope we can all learn and grow from each other. And I guess that's all I got. So have a great day, Aaliyah, and everybody else in here. One love, y'all.